All right, Scott. I think you're right in saying that it takes a special type of person to back those odds. Those odds meaning at big prices, because the betting public, generally speaking, tends to lend itself towards the top of the market, which is fair enough. But if you follow the crowd, you're never really going to get ahead of the crowd. And I like to get ahead of the crowd. The only way to get ahead of the crowd is to I back 64 shots as well. Some fancied horses. I think we've backed 3 sharp price horses tomorrow, thrown in with some much bigger price ones. So well capable of it, but generally speaking, my modus operandi is to find value at bigger prices. It's what I enjoy best as well. I just get more fun out of it. As for why not have a 2 to 3 point bet on a 3 or 4 to 1 shot, that comes down to staking, and it's just not how I like to operate. As you know, because you were on my service for a little while, I do half a point each way and 1 point win bets, generally speaking. And I think that's the fairest way to present selections and record selections. Now, the service made 320 points profit last year. I could easily go into the spreadsheet and go, okay, they weren't 1 point bets. I actually advised them at 2 point bets. And it wasn't 320 points. It was 640 points. That's what it was, because I've just changed it from 1 point to 2 points. Anybody in my service could say, well, Kev has told me to do 1 point, but I'm actually going to do 2 points because I've got instead of a 100 point starting bank, I've got a 200 point starting bank. I'm willing to take on the bigger risk. I'm willing to accept that my losing runs are going to be a little bit deeper, but my bankroll is prepared for that. You can do all of that stuff. But from my point of view, the most honest way to present my selections and to record my selections is to level stakes, which is 1 point and half a point each way. As I say, there's plenty of tipsters out there that go 10 point win max bet. And as most people will know, because I've spoken about this before, that's just not how I like to operate. Of course I could go into my spreadsheet, change everything from that's half a point, change it to 5 points each way, and change everything that's 1 point to 10 points win, and then say that I've made 5,000 points profit last year. But it's not a reality. So anyway, I operate how I operate. I'm a value-seeking punter. I'm not afraid to get stuck into favourites here and there when the right opportunity seems to present itself. But generally speaking, they can be quite disappointing. I don't like backing short price losers, but we all get drawn in now and again. But generally speaking, my comfort zone is in that much, much higher price range, and performance over the years, well, it just speaks for itself in terms of how that's worked out for me.